What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how you can eat 200 grams of protein every single day and make it feel fairly effortless. Now, the reason why I say 200 grams is because for most guys, this is more than enough protein to be able to build muscle mass, get in amazing shape, stay full, and get all the benefits of protein. To be honest, you can probably eat a lot less than this. You're aiming to eat around 1 gram of protein per pound of your body weight, okay? So that would say if you're a 200-pound guy right now, you should be aiming to get about 200 grams of protein in your diet. If your goal weight is that you want to be 180, then you could probably still get away with eating around 180. So if this feels like a lot, then you may want to reduce it a bit at the start. But over time, of course, you should be aiming to get to this. Now, I consume about 220 grams of protein roughly per day, about 88, 89 kilos. And I just find that eating more protein for me works around my diet anyway, because I get less hungry, keeps me full. So I want to be recovering and building muscle at the optimal rate that I can. So most guys really struggle with protein intake. You know, it takes some time to really develop and get into that routine where they're consistently getting it. So hopefully by watching this video, you're going to start to understand it's actually not that hard to be able to hit this protein goal that I've set you here. And hopefully you'll be able to implement these tips right away. So first thing, what is the most important thing I believe that you need to be focused on when it comes to making sure you hit your protein intake? This is where we're going to start off with, guys. Cool. The anchor. What do I mean by that? Protein needs to be the first thing that you think about every single meal that you can consume. Okay, every meal needs to be based around having protein in it. Most guys sometimes just forget that they need to have protein all the time. They're just choosing loads of carb options and sandwiches and all this bullshit and stuff when they need to be focusing on making sure that this is the anchor to every single meal. I will not eat a meal now that doesn't have at least 40 to 50 grams of protein in it. It's just really important that you just start to adopt that mindset, okay? Especially when you're eating out, like how can I make sure that I get my protein intake hit? How can I make sure that I'm, again, at least 30, 40, 50 grams of protein per every single meal? Okay, you should not be preparing a meal that doesn't have this in it, because otherwise you're not going to hit this intake. You're going to make it so much harder, which means that you're most likely going to fall off track. So that is the first thing you need to really start thinking about. It's just having that mindset around your food. Okay, like I'm going to have chicken breast, I'm going to have, you know, whey protein, I'm going to have eggs, I'm going to have yogurt. What else can I put into this to make it into a meal? Okay, that's the way that you need to think about this now. It's like, this is my protein source, and now I need to make other things, other foods fit into it. Sometimes guys are like, oh, I'm going to have pasta for dinner. Okay, but where's the protein coming from? Cheese, ham? Like, there's not enough protein here. We need to be smart. The anchor to your day needs to be protein in every single meal if you are serious about building muscle and getting in shape. So that's the first thing. This is what I say to all of our guys right now, is to just make sure that your mindset is built around this, okay? The first thing that goes on the nutrition plan is protein source. Then we look into what else we can have with that. That's the first thing. Change your mindset. Protein is the most important thing in every single meal that you can consume. Number two, what is it, right? Ready for this. And this is not rocket science, okay? But still, most guys struggle with this. Increase the portion per meal. Instead of trying to add more meals into your day, which just makes this incredibly complicated, trying to eat 6, 7 meals, 7 small meals per day. It's just more food prep, okay? It's more time consuming food. It's more time eating food. You can have 3 to 4 high protein meals per day and hit 200 grams of protein easily, okay? It's not that hard. 50 grams of protein per meal, job done in 4 meals, 60, 70 in 3 meals, easy, right? So instead of thinking about, oh, how can I kind of get more protein in from having another meal, or do I need to add a snack in? Just have more in that meal. That whole bullshit about how our body only utilizes or digests a certain amount of protein, the rest of the protein gets wasted. Absolute bullshit, okay? You can eat plenty of protein per meal. Your body's still going to utilize that protein. You're still going to get great results from it. I've been doing this shit for years. I don't sit there every 3 hours and get my watch out and make sure that I'm having protein every 3 hours. I fast throughout the morning. So I don't have protein for ages in the morning. I just make sure that my meals centered around protein when I do break my fast are around 60, 70 grams, because the portion size per meal is very high. Okay, so instead of thinking I need to add more, go back to what you're currently doing at the moment and start thinking, right, okay, so I'm currently having 150 grams of chicken breast at lunch, which is going to give me maybe around 30, 40 grams of protein. What if I had 250 grams of chicken at lunch? That's 60 grams of protein roughly. Cool, that's an easy way. There is no more food prep or effort involved for you to get more protein in. You just need to literally increase the portion size. Have another half a chicken breast to go and get that portion size up. If you're having 3 eggs right now, have 5 eggs, or maybe have 3 eggs and 3 egg whites to get your protein up. You're having 200 grams of Greek yogurt, have 250 grams of Greek yogurt and half a scoop of whey protein, right? It's just logical. Don't think logically sometimes as humans. We're like, okay, what high protein snacks do I need to consume to get my protein in? There are not that many high protein snacks that I would recommend apart from a boiled egg, okay? That's pretty much it. So instead of thinking that, just think, how can I increase my portion sizes so I can get my protein intake hit effortlessly? Okay, so straight away, just from these two things alone, you are pretty easily going to be able to hit 200 grams of protein, because every meal now is centered around protein because you've changed the way that you look at food and meals. And number two is you've already increased and adjusted that portion size so that you're eating more protein per meal instead of more meals. That's the first two things. And number three, guys, is going to be this. Okay, now sups if needed. If you need to use a protein supplement or have a protein bar every now and then, that is also fine. I do this. Whey protein isolate in my cupboard over there because I live a busy lifestyle, and I also like having a bit of variation with my food. And if you get a good flavored whey protein and you put it in your oats or your Greek yogurt, it tastes really good, and it means that you can get more protein in again per meal, so we're increasing the portion per meal, and actually, you know, be able to enjoy food that little bit more. Protein oats is probably one of my favorite meals. I've been eating that shit for years. Okay, get yourself a decent protein like Perform. Tastes incredible. It's actually sometimes tastes so good that I sometimes feel like I shouldn't have it in my diet because I'm like, I'm gonna overeat on protein oats. And I've genuinely done this before. I've like binged on protein oats when I was in a bad place because they just taste so good, right? So this is fine to use. Now, you don't need supplements. Some people might not need it. You can actually hit 200 grams of protein without. It's quite a lot of meat and dairy that you'd have to eat to be able to hit, you know, 200 grams of protein without any supplements. But you can still do it. It's still possible. But would I recommend that most people have a supplement on hand? I probably would. Like having one of them in your cupboard that you can just use to top things up every now and then, it does make sense to have that. You don't need to be reliant on it, but you can still have it there, which helps you hit that 200 grams. Like, would I recommend that you are consistently hitting your protein markers, say like 180 and 200 grams, and maybe like 40 to 50 grams of that coming from whey protein, or not getting your protein intake hit because you don't want to have whey protein because you think it's processed, you think because it's made in the lab that your body is going to reject it? Absolute bullshit. It goes back to this again. As long as 80 to 90% of our nutrition is whole food, you know, it's good quality stuff, whey protein is going to be absolutely fine. I've been taking whey protein for the last 10 years. I've got good digestion. My gut is absolutely fine. Like, I'm not getting bloated. Everything is fine, okay? And that's just me personally. I know everyone's gonna be different. If you are dairy intolerant, obviously you might wanna go for a vegan blend or something instead. But you can eat, like, don't fall for this scaremongering bullshit. You can have whey protein, you're gonna be absolutely fine, and you're still gonna be able to hit that protein intake. So this is just kind of what I recommend. Again, you don't need to have supplements, but I just think having it on hand, if you're trying to hit this number, it just makes it a lot easier. And it's the same with protein bars. I wouldn't be reliant on having them every day. But again, if you want a sweet treat and, you know, it gives you an extra 20 grams of protein, I don't think protein bars are very easy to overconsume on. I think you can have one and be full. Use a protein bar as well. Every now and then to a service station, or, you know, you're out and about at work, you jump into a Costa, grab yourself a carb killer and a coffee. Not a bad snack if you've, you know, got the rest of your food planned around already. So anyway, guys, these are the three things I recommend when it comes to protein intake. Firstly, anchor your protein. Make sure that it is the center of every single meal. Number two is increase that portion size per meal. Right now, if you're a little bit lacking on those meals and they're around 20, 30 grams, bump that up so you're getting a little bit more in per meal. Lastly, supplementation. If you feel like it's necessary, nothing wrong with protein shakes. I've been having them for years and I still look and feel my best. So as always, guys, hope you find this video useful. Smash the like button, make sure you subscribe in, and I'm going to catch you in the next video.